W decoy voice. Decoy voice is always so good, man. W decoy voice.
And over the fist fights and violence over at UC Berkeley, leave it to the left-wing media.
Hold on, give me a second.
To say, no, you didn't see that, as a local CBS affiliate immediately went into fiery but mostly peaceful.
They have been chanting, just a very, very lively scene out here, while things have been mostly peaceful.
Meanwhile, Fox News played the entire fistfight before the conference even occurred.
We saw some of those protesters clashing with people waiting in line to get inside.
Where to see what actually happened, you'd need to tune into independent news like Amuse. Now, the only thing you can rely on the corporate media to do is to lie. But when it comes to the people that actually have to live in reality, they'll quickly learn not to trust them, which means the left will officially lose the youth. As when these kids go off to college, they see Turning Point USA.
Not even like a lot of the kids that are growing up now, they understand fully what's like. Whenever I was growing up and I saw my mom working all those hours, I knew exactly what was going on. I wasn't stupid. I knew that it was only ever going to get worse, and it has. It's gotten way worse. Like whenever you act a type of way in front of people and you show your true colors, people aren't dumb. They're going to figure it out.
Peacefully assembling over the memory of Charlie Kirk. Only if...
Yo, W. Rob Schneider for being there, by the way. W. Rob Schneider for talking on Kirk's behalf. Like, W.
They can get past the rabid mobs of leftists chanting, F your dead homie.
You're dead, homie! You're dead, homie! You're dead, homie!
So young students see the choice of siding with the people willing to literally risk their lives to have open discussions with the other side. Or they can align with whatever the heck this is. As at best,
is that a furry, dude? What the fuck? It's a fucking furry.
Or they can align with whatever the heck this is. As at best, they're out there screaming with a sign saying, the lion doesn't concern
You do
himself.
realize that being a furry is a sexual fetish, right? And that being in front of children makes you a pedo? I hope that someone out there is aware of this.
With the opinions of Turning Point USA, as it's difficult to say sheep and a group of idiots still wearing medical masks outdoors in 2025. Not to mention...
No, they're wearing medical masks because they don't want to be doxxed. They know that if something happens and they want to be a part of it, that the best thing they can do is cover their face up.
And they're waving foreign flags.
A lot of those people don't even want to be there. They're there to get some poon, you know what I'm saying? They're there to try and get a girl. But I promise you guys, if you guys just go to church, you'll find way better. Like,
countries
way more calm.
Definitely enforce their border laws, and quite possibly the most confusing sign ever. As let's really break down their messaging, since they took all that time and efforts to advertise what liberal colleges teach their students today. You got the text, all power to the people, which is a Black Panther slogan next to the BLM fist. It kinda checks out, but I still don't know how it's applicable to protesting free speech. But then they have the Palestine flag beside the BLM fist and the feminism logo next to their updated pride flag that includes stripes for trans, but also black and brown people. I'm pretty certain one of those flags absolutely doesn't tolerate the other two movements. Too bad there's no place these kids could go where they could learn why that is. And that's not even unpacking why they added skin color to the pride flag. But the cherry on top of the sundae that is their stupidity isn't whatever
is
random...
Is that what that is? Is that supposed to be skin color? What the fuck? Why? That makes no sense.
flower this is, but the fact that they actually wrote EBT on this banner. As the left's activism is now just AI-generated word clouds of anything and everything that makes them feel emotional, makes it on their sign, no matter how contradictory or nonsensical it may be, as somehow food stamps became a symbol of fighting free speech on college campuses, as they congregated over the idea of, quote, ending a youth-oriented campaign of incitement to violence, by showing up in masks, holding signs saying they're...
dude, like, all these people have to be, like... Some of these are older people. Like, she's got to be at least 40. Like, some of these people that are in this crowd...
bash
They're not
fascists,
young.
saying stop the violence of...
Like, this guy has receding hairline. He's got to be at least 30.
There's bash
This guy? Look at his receding hairline. He's got to be at least 30.
fascists, saying stop the violence of free speech by showing
That's
up,
being generous. He's definitely older than 30.
not only waving signs saying you'll beat them,
You're not
but
youth anymore if you're fucking... if you're fucking 30, man.
also literally beating them only looks stupid because it is stupid, which is a great advertisement to UC Berkeley's admission system. So of course they quickly resorted to violence, as this man in Charlie Kirk's Freedom shirt was met with chants of F ICE.
Stop the kidnapping! Stop the deportation!
Only for a masked man to take his shirts, toss them to the ground.
Oh, I
and
saw that from the, from up top. There was a helicopter cam that caught that
he
part.
gave chase, a second idiot started punching him. And as both of them were being arrested, the victim got taunted for being white and attacked.
Hey, white boy, you're bleeding, white boy. Hey, white boy, you're bleeding. Break it up. What happened? What happened?
Now, any rational person, or more importantly, student, will see this without the lens of the left's violent but mostly peaceful label and think, do I want to be on the side of freedom of speech, or on the side of insane masked men holding nonsensical signs, proudly shouting how racist they are? As well into the evening, Turning Point attendees needed police barricades to speak freely on campus, which they're recreating an image that they should have learned about in school, all to prevent these students from hearing Rob Schneider's message.
But I want to know, are there things that...
W. Rob Schneider, bro. Fucking W. I'm so happy to see that man making a comeback.
Something that I could joke about that you couldn't, or...
You're right. I don't think that there's any rules set in stone, but I do think that if you do a joke and people don't laugh, that you get it. But I also think it's our job to challenge people. It's like the tide.
Bro, let's go, Rob Schneider. Let's go.
They go up and they go down. And it's our job to find out where it's going up and then to push it a little bit. If I don't challenge my audience, then I'm not doing my job. Like that gentleman challenged me. And what he did by calling me a was he brought me to defend that position and explain something. And it was true. I was incorrect in a statement, but I'm glad that it brought up people talking because I was able to talk about it.
It's insane to think the left literally
It's kind of sad to see that the adults have to still be the adults even though they're getting killed. It really is. It's sad to see.
beat a guy down while holding up signs saying EBT, or to prevent students from challenging their own beliefs, admitting when they're wrong. And
Like, think about how bad that looks. If you're holding up an EBT sign and you go and beat somebody, well, I'm going to associate that negativity with EBT and get rid of it. Like, you're hurting your own cause by doing these things, you idiots.
simply
Like,
having a discussion with
it's
the other
common
side.
sense.
Well, that's all the left has left. They can't challenge you in open discussion, as after they
It's because they'll lose, and they know it. Every time. Because their reasoning for everything is so flawed that they don't even know what the fuck they're standing up for.
close their mind, they close their fist, and risk legitimate jail time. As first they tried to knock down the barricade to rabidly attack the students for going to a conference, where eventually one of them gets arrested.
Oh, there it goes!
But
You're getting
why did it
arrested
take this
now,
long for
moron.
Someone to get snatched up? Possibly because Berkeley's police chief is coincidentally the same Capitol Police chief that served DC right after 1/6. Now, I'm not trying to get too conspiratorial, but I somehow doubt conservatives in Berkeley can expect justice, especially when the protests got so absurd, even hyper-left Reddit became the voice of reason. As over at r/Berkeley, a popular post requested they don't take this out on the workers, with all the top replies saying,
You have to realize that the police are there doing their job. They don't want to be there. But they have to be there because that's their job. Same with ICE agents. They have to do their job. all there is to it.
Just ignore TPUSA. We don't like them, so don't destroy our own campus over it, which is a shockingly reasonable response for Reddit. So of course, a top 1% Redditor posted about their giant mosquito protest, with the top replies remarking how cool it was, questioning the criminality of a giant mosquito, with someone even sharing how they know who made it. It took them several weeks to build, as it was a fabulous grandma mosquito with huge eyelashes and red heels, that eventually got 4 Berkeley students arrested for felony vandalism, as they're all applauding this nonsense as if a giant mosquito that slays was going to change anybody's mind. But this is what parents can expect their kids to learn at UC Berkeley with a low price of $200,000 and whatever legal fees they also accrue. But hopefully the more desperately insane the left becomes, the quicker America's youth gets red-pilled to the truth.
But that's
So if you
exactly
appreciate my
what's
concise-
gonna happen. Check out Decoy Voice, Decoy Voice as always. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. Like, don't even like sit here and try to like call it something else. Like, that's exactly what's gonna happen.